Hi everyone, Julie here. I thought I'd put together just a quick little video on using DxO Silver FX and editing this photo. So this is the gorgeous Emily. We did a Gatsby-inspired shoot. I've already done a quick cleanup. I'm happy with the image. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to merge it all onto one layer, and then I'm going to go to Filter, go into Nik Collection 6, and I'm going to go into Silver FX. And what that's going to do is just going to open it. So it has opened the image into Silver FX, and I have got some different presets that I can play with. So these are just my custom presets. I have got different presets here that I can play with, so I can look at classic, modern, vintage, or I can make my own. Now you can completely edit in Silver FX. You can do all your global adjustments, so you've got your brightness, highlights, midtones, etc. You can do all that. You can control your contrast, structural elements. You've got tonal protection in shadows and highlights. You can go through and you can do your color effects and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add a control point so that it only affects my model. I can also invert that control point so that it is only affecting outside of that. If I want to make it bigger, just grab that and make it larger, and I've got all my control points here. Now they will only affect what is inside the circle. So if I just want to bring the brightness up a touch, I can do that. Now if I want to add another control point, which I can, so I'm going to click on here and I'm going to add another control point, but this time I'm going to invert it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invert my mask so that it only affects the outside of the image. And I am going to bring my, let's just turn that mask off for a minute. I'm going to turn the brightness down. So that's the outside of the image. I want to make it quite dark on the inside of the image. So that's before and that's after. So you've got your before and after, and you've got compare that you can have up there. So I'm doing that. I've increased a little bit of brightness on her face. I have also darkened the background. Now perhaps I want to highlight this area or even the glass. So I can again put another control point and I can just brighten that up there. So I've got the 3 different control points and I can turn them on and off so that I can see where I'm at with that. So you can then come through, you've got different things that you can play with. So if you want to play with different color filters, you can add color filters to that. Or you can have none. The orange, it's probably a bit strong, but I do like it, so I'm going to bring that down, because anything with the orange and the yellows is going to intensify the skin tone a little bit. So yeah, I might leave that there, but bring it down. So then we've got film types. So you can start playing around with different films. That's quite nice. I quite like that Silver Max. So you've got different ISOs, so you can play with those, 200, 400, and so forth. I probably don't want to go into the 1600s. I think that's probably quite much. I quite like the Ilford. Too many choices sometimes. I'm actually going to go back to wherever that's Silver Max. I quite like that one. So then you can decide how much grain you want to add. I want there to be virtually no grain, so I'm going to change that down. The tone curve, I'm quite happy with that. The film grain itself, I'm going to bring that down because it's already got a bit of grain in the image because it was shot at ISO 640. Now, tonal range. Now, we can come in here, and I love playing with this. I love a good selenium. Absolutely adore it. Look at the way that that just pops. So I'm going to go with quite strong. Do I want a vignette? I can put a lens fall off, which is quite nice. I don't think I want a vignette frame. I think I might leave that off. I can burn the edges, so I can have the edges burnt so it's quite dark. We could go fairly soft. Again, I'm going to leave that off. If I want to put an image border on, so I can put different types of frames around the image, so you can have it so it's like, you know, an old photo. You don't have to have them on or off. You can leave them. But if you do want to put it on, you can then adjust how big you want it. So do you want it clean? Do you want it rough? The size of it, how big it is, etc., etc. So there's a lot of different ones. Oh, that one's quite cool. That's type 12. That's pretty cool. So there's lots of things that you can play with in here without even going to any of the filters. Now, I can convert this to a smart object, so if I click on that, it'll come back into Photoshop. I've been over this before, so I can then keep going backwards and forwards and editing as I want. I don't want to do it in this case, but I do want to save this preset. So everything that I've already done in this file, I'm going to go Save Preset. And because this is the beautiful Emily, I'm just going to call it Emily Gatsby, so I know what it is. So I'm going to save all the local adjustments that I've got here. I'm going to save everything, and I'm just going to click Save. And then I've got my Emily Gatsby there. So that's it for today's image, but I have taken it from... Whoops, where's my compare? Let's do my before and after. So this is just the straight image as it was brought in to Silver FX, and this is where I've taken it to. So I'm just going to hit apply. That's just going to save it and bring it back into Photoshop, and that's pretty much done. There's nothing else that I really need to do to this image. So that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.